Hey, this is John Carlos, and on Sunday evening, February 9th, I was on the internet and saw that apparently the Game of Thrones action figures by Funko that we knew of but didn't know any details about or see any photos of were apparently available for sale on eBay and Barnes & Noble. So you bet your ass the very next day I went to Barnes & Noble and picked up 5 of the 6 figures. Let's start off by reviewing the first one, Jon Snow. Figure comes with one accessory, his sword Longclaw, and considering that's just a little chunk of plastic, I think it's got some pretty decent detail, especially in the handle. Now, the rest of the figure is looking pretty good. I don't want to bore you to death with details about articulation, but I will tell you that for the most part, articulation is pretty good. The only issues that I saw were the fact that the ball-jointed legs joints are a little noticeable, but all the figures in this series have little flaps that hang over that. This one just has the most showable kind. The flap covers it the least compared to all the others. But I'll just run through it. You got ball-jointed legs right there. You got double knee joints. You've got a swivel in the thigh, and you've got like a hinge and a swivel at the bottom of the leg. Arms are really good. You got a ball joint and a hinge in the shoulder, swivel wrists, single joint for the elbow, and then a mid-torso cut, which actually works out really well. The only other thing that's kind of noteworthy is it's a double jointed head, one at the bottom of the neck, one at the head, and it looks good when he's upright like this. Just be careful when you kind of hinge him forward because it becomes very noticeable at like any other angle. When you lean it forward like that, you can kind of see right into his head. So as long as you keep him upright, it's not so bad. The paint and sculpting on this figure is pretty good. One of the details that I like about it is the use of white to convey like snow on his boots and on the inside and outside of his cape. It's a neat little detail, and I'm glad they included it. I also kind of like the basic sculpting of the fur on the top of his cape. Sculpting on this figure, for the most part, it's pretty well done, especially like this kind of like soft rubber belt that they've included. And painting on it's pretty basic. I mean, it's all black, these various shades of black, the belt compared to the rest of the outfit. But, you know, the paint on his buckles is all really clean, and the little holes on his belt. It's all, you know, pretty straightforward. Nothing to complain about. The only thing that's worth noting is his head. You know, some people might say that it's not the best likeness. And yeah, his beard is a little messy the way it's painted, but I'm not going for like super crazy accurate expectations of face sculpts here, and I think you look at it, you look at his hair, you look at his face, and it totally looks like Jon Snow. In fact, I think they did a good job sculpting his hair and that little kind of curl that hangs down. Not curl, but that little string of hair. It certainly reads like Jon Snow. I really dig it. I think the outfit looks cool. I especially like that these straps here are not sculpted on, but they are a separate piece, and I think that's a neat little detail as well. For being the first figure in a brand new series of their first attempt at 6-inch action figures, I gotta say, I like this figure. It's got a good sculpt, the articulation's really good, it's got some decent posability, the paint's really clean, and it just looks cool, so I'm pretty happy with this. Thanks for watching.